Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of the New Year's Six podcast. Today I'll be continuing my Week 5 game previews. This one will be LSU versus Ole Miss. LSU looking to keep their season moving along. Ole Miss looking to get a rebound win at home against a rival. So it should be a good game, my game of the week, and ready to take it on. So if you haven't watched my game previews before, just a quick synopsis. Going to go team by team, pick out the keys to the game for both sides, and at the end, figure out figuring out a winner, making a prediction, all that fun stuff here. So, generally speaking, let's kick it off. We'll kick it off with LSU, and my keys to the game here. I'm very interested about the depth in their secondary. They do have some injuries that are a little bit outside of their control. Generally speaking, those are a little bit more of some depth pieces there. But with that in mind, there's still a lot of true freshmen and some depth pieces that are going to have the opportunity to step up against a tough, Ole Miss team if the situation should arise. Guys like Ashton Stamps, Javian Toviano, Ryan Yates. There's quite a few out there that I think could have an impact for LSU, knowing just how aggressive Ole Miss is with their passing attack. And if LSU's secondary, has some issues, has someone go down, those younger guys are going to have to step up. If they get tired, it's going to have to be ones and twos out there for LSU. And if that's the case, you need those young guys to step up. There's a lot of seniority on that secondary. There's also a lot of youth. I think finding the ability to have them mirror each other and have both sides kind of rise to the occasion is going to be a key factor for LSU to win this game. In terms of what LSU has done well on offense, they get first downs. That third down percentage is fifth in the country. It doesn't matter how short or long that field is on third down, LSU is going to hit the mark. And they need to continue to do that against an Ole Miss defense that is not good on third down. And LSU needs to keep driving the way they've driven against everyone outside of FSU if they're going to win this game. That offense is going to need to be composed. It's going to need to come together. And, generally speaking, LSU is going to have to make the most of the opportunities they're given on third down, regardless of where the ball is spotted. If they're able to do that, if they're able to consistently be that top 5 third down offense that they've been all year, they're going to beat LSU. In terms of where LSU has struggled so far this year, and we want to see them get better at red zone defense. Fortunately, I think they have a favorable matchup here. If you're LSU, Ole Miss's red zone offense has not been particularly spectacular, so LSU is going to have an opportunity. One of those two sides is going to win this battle. If LSU's red zone defense is the one winning that battle and gets into the top 100, you don't even need to be spectacular. You just cannot be a liability. 107th red zone defense right now, that's a liability for your team. If LSU is able to just play comfortable, elite football in the red zone as a defense, and they get those key stops, they will win this game. They haven't had that opportunity so far. They haven't needed to win based on that red zone defense so far. They've been able to win through other means. But if this LSU red zone defense steps up to the occasion and rises to the challenge, LSU is going to win this game. Now, passing it over to Ole Miss and everything that they've got going on. They have quite a few injuries on the receiving end of things, and they're a pass first offense. So I'm very interested to see how that all comes together. Ultimately, it's guys like Aiden Williams who's potentially out. Who else we got on this list here? Just going through it real quick. That's one of Hudson Wolf, so a depth piece at tight end. So quite a few. Jalen Knox at receiver. Who else? That seems to be the brunt of it there. But there's quite a few players that, generally speaking, are contributors to this team that may not be available for Ole Miss, and it could be a problem for there. So, knowing that they are so pass heavy, knowing that they are, a spread offense that likes to, hit the open receiver, I look at their depth pieces. If Aiden Williams is out and Jalen Knox is out, those are two key pieces. What about a guy like Braylon Brown stepping up to the plate? What about a guy like Kieran Heath stepping up at tight end? Players like that are going to be key if one of your top guys goes out. If a Dayton Wade goes out, who's going to step up and be that guy? If Jordan Watkins goes out, who's going to step up and be that guy? Even getting those younger guys into some trick play type of situations, 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, whatever you're going to run, having them out there and keeping LSU second guessing is a spectacular way to beat LSU. Um, it's a pass defense for LSU that has been middle of the road. It's an Ole Miss passing attack that likes to light it up. You're going to need those guys to step up, knowing how aggressive they are with the pass. If they can't rise to the occasion with the injuries and the questions around those positions, LSU is going to beat Ole Miss. So, in terms of what Ole Miss has done well so far this year, let's stick to the passing attack. They are 13th overall in all of college football. Um, it's a pass first offense. It's one that Jackson Dart is running right now, and I don't see any sign of them slowing down. It's a pass defense for LSU that is middle of the road, and Ole Miss should be licking their chops looking at that. It's not a top 10, it's not a top 20 pass defense. It's right around the average of all of college football. It's 68th. I think there's 133 teams, so 66, 67 is average. So an average looking pass defense against the top tier passing offense, that is a recipe for success if you're over there in Oxford. And that's going to need to be the case again on Saturday, where they rise to the occasion, they exploit this LSU passing defense, and then get the win at home. Where Ole Miss needs to do better, they got to slow the pace of play down. They are 129th in time of possession. They need to just chill out. I know it's fast attack, score in 2 minutes. I get it, but when when you're playing a team like LSU, who can also score fast, who can also outmuscle you right now and talent you, if you're not having the ball in your offense's hands for the majority of the game, you're not going to beat them. You're not going to beat LSU with this fun and gun rip-off stuff that Tennessee is doing, that Ole Miss is doing. I think it's a gimmick. I don't think it's going to work out. And when you're faced with a top-tier opponent like LSU, slowing the pace of play down, opening up the running game, getting those big stops on defense are crucial to winning that game. If they don't do it, and they're just going to throw 50 times a game and get the offense off the field in 2 or 3 minutes. I think LSU can respond big, and I think they can respond with a longer drive with the same amount of points. And if your offense fails once, LSU wins. So if Ole Miss slows the pace of play down, keeps the ball in their offense's hands, then they'll have that chance to get the big win at home. So with that in mind, it is time for an official prediction here. So LSU is the favorite. They're favored by 2.5 points, and the total is 67.5. I say scrap that all. Ole Miss wins at home. Ole Miss wins at home. I know this is Gator gear, but we don't like LSU on this channel. So Ole Miss, we're rooting for you. I'm going to say Ole Miss 34, LSU 31. A nice football sounding score. I like the sound of that. So Ole Miss by a field goal at home. I like Ole Miss defense a little bit better than I like LSU's defense. The offenses are pretty similar in my eyes. I think that defense comes to play for Ole Miss. The offense steps up, and Ole Miss goes back to Baton Rouge with the second loss on the year, which I like the sound of that. But I think Ole Miss rebounds against a tough-looking team after a tough loss last week. So they'll be right on that path back to potentially the SEC championship game. They're going to need a little bit of help from others in the field, but they're going to be in the thick of it. So that is my thoughts on LSU Ole Miss. What are your thoughts? What are your keys to the game? What everything fun like that? Comment down below. And tune in next time for our final preview game of the week, which will be Notre Dame Duke. That's where game day is headed. Who would have thought? 4-0 Duke team potentially going to be 5-0 this weekend. We'll see. But can Notre Dame rebound after that tough loss against Ohio State? Can Duke keep it running? Find out in the next video. So thank you all for tuning in. And the games are coming soon enough. Can't come soon enough, and we'll be right in the thick of it by the time you're watching this. So thank you all for your time, and we'll tune in soon.